Have you ever questioned the nature of your reality? It's a thought that can send one spiraling into an abyss of questions. What if what we perceive as reality is not real at all? What if it's a meticulously crafted illusion, an intricate web of codes and algorithms, much like the Matrix? Our reality as we know it is a blend of our senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. But these senses are merely electrical signals interpreted by our brain. So isn't it possible that these signals could be simulated? Now let's throw technology into the mix. Today we have virtual and augmented realities that are so convincingly real, they blur the lines between the digital and the physical. As technology continues to advance at an exponential pace, the idea of living in a simulation becomes less science fiction and more a plausible theory. In a world where technology blurs the lines between the digital and the real, the theory that we might be living in a simulation becomes eerily plausible. Philosophers like Nick Bostrom have posited that we might be living in a computer-generated reality run by an advanced civilization. Let's unpack that, shall we? The simulation theory hinges on three key points. First, it assumes that future civilizations will have access to astronomical amounts of computational power. Think of it as a supercomputer the size of a planet, or even bigger. Second, it suggests that these advanced civilizations would be interested in running ancestor simulations, or recreations of their past, to better understand their history. These simulations would be so detailed and precise that the beings within them, that's us, would be conscious and believe in the reality of their world. Third, if the first 2 points hold, then there would likely be a vast number of these simulations, far more than the one original reality. This leads to the statistical argument: if there are a billion simulated realities and just one original, aren't the odds that we're living in a simulation overwhelmingly high? But let's hit the pause button for a second. This theory, while fascinating, is just that, a theory. It's not proven, and it's based on assumptions that could very well turn out to be false. For instance, maybe future civilizations have ethical restrictions against running ancestor simulations, or perhaps they simply have no interest in doing so. So, are we really just characters in an advanced civilization's video game? Well, that's something to ponder, isn't it? While some scientists point to quantum anomalies as evidence, skeptics argue that the universe's complexity is beyond current computational capabilities. This is where the debate really heats up. On one side, we have proponents of the simulation theory, who suggest that peculiarities in quantum physics might be signs of a simulated universe. They point to phenomena such as quantum entanglement, where two particles can be linked and instantly affect each other regardless of distance, and the observer effect, where particles behave differently when observed. These phenomena, they argue, could be indications that our universe operates on a set of programmed rules, much like a computer code. On the flip side, critics of the simulation theory argue that the sheer complexity and vastness of our universe make it highly unlikely that it's a simulation. They point to the astronomical number of atoms in the universe, the intricate workings of biological systems, and the unpredictable nature of human behavior. To simulate all these aspects in real time would require computational power that is far beyond our current capabilities, they argue. Some even go a step further to question the feasibility of advanced civilizations. They argue that the odds of a civilization surviving long enough to develop such advanced technology are slim, given the existential threats, such as nuclear war, natural disasters, and even self-destruction through advanced technology itself. But let's not forget the middle ground. Some philosophers and scientists neither completely dismiss nor wholly accept the simulation theory. Instead, they suggest that whether or not we are living in a simulation is currently beyond our understanding and may remain an unanswerable question. This is because proving or disproving the simulation theory would require us to step outside of our universe, something that's currently impossible. Until we can do that, we can only speculate based on the limited information we have. But if we are in a simulation, what does that mean for us? It's a question that leads us into a rabbit hole of philosophical implications, which we'll delve into in the next segment. If we are in a simulation, what does that mean for concepts like free will, consciousness, and our understanding of reality? It's a question that opens a Pandora's box of philosophical conundrums. Let's start with free will. If we're in a simulation, then every action, every thought, every seemingly spontaneous decision we make could be pre-programmed. Free will might be nothing more than an illusion, a part of the simulation designed to keep us oblivious to our true nature. Next we have consciousness. What is it? Is it simply the result of complex computations within the simulation, or does it exist independently, outside the confines of the matrix? If it's the latter, then perhaps consciousness could be our key to understanding or even escaping the simulation. Then there's the nature of reality itself. If our world is a simulation, then what is real? Is it the physical world we perceive or the underlying code that shapes it? Or maybe reality is subjective, different for each of us depending on our perception and understanding. This exploration of philosophical implications doesn't provide answers, but it does offer a new perspective, a fresh lens through which to view our existence. It challenges us to question, to probe deeper into the nature of our reality. Just as the prisoners in Plato's cave couldn't fathom the outside world, we might not be equipped to see beyond our simulation. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't strive to understand, to question, to seek the truth. After all, isn't that what philosophy is all about? While physically breaking out of a simulation might be impossible, expanding our consciousness could offer a glimpse beyond the digital veil. So how do we break the chains of this potential matrix? The answer may lie within our minds. Imagine consciousness as a vast sea, and our current understanding as a single drop. What if we could tap into the rest of the ocean? By expanding our awareness, we might begin to notice anomalies or glitches that hint at the artificial nature of our world. However, this is not a journey to be taken lightly. As we push the boundaries of our understanding, we risk losing touch with the world as we know it. Remember, while we explore these fascinating theories, our current reality still holds value and meaning. But be warned, the pursuit of this theory could lead to losing touch with our current reality.